Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the Road Builder YouTube channel. Today we're hopping into Blender and we're going to be making the shop for Slingshot Simulator, which is this game right here. It is being scripted right now. The scripting progress is definitely slower than like a turtle that's legs are broken, honestly, but it's getting done. So we have over here the gem chest, the refill your rocks. I'll be kind of revamping this station as well at some point in time. And then right here, we're going to be putting the shop. And I don't like doing the normal simulator shops. As you guys can tell from like previous videos, how to make unique sim shops and how to get ideas for them. I like using the game's idea. So if this was a magnet simulator, I would try to find a way to turn a magnet into the store itself. Now, we have one extra slingshot that we didn't necessarily end up using, and that's this guy right here. I've already made the grip bigger, so it kind of goes to the flat, and it's flat on the bottom. I did all of that, and this would kind of be like the store door. So, oh, I just moved my shoulders so bad. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, guys, it's all good. We're gonna grab these two things right here, and I'm gonna make this the door. So I could inset these, I guess. Yeah, we'll inset them. Something like this should work. And then we're gonna press E to extrude and go inwards. Now, these front two guys right here, since they look a little off, we're gonna do Shift D and then scale those down, and then press E to extrude. And we're gonna move these down, and then the two faces on the bottom we're gonna move up, and that's gonna give it kind of like a step look. We're doing this, I'm just trying to use this asset to make everything, really, so to make the whole shop. So here's what we got for that now, and it'll look a lot better once we get into texturing as well. We could probably move these out just a hair, these faces over here, so I'm gonna grab those and extrude them. Something like that works, and I should probably, oh, it's so hard to move around, ugh. I'm gonna grab these lines right here and right over here and bring those down, so it's more of a flat spot. That should, I'm gonna have to get this guy in the middle as well. Then it's not really steps. I don't know. It's gonna look cool. It's definitely unique to say the least, but I don't think I like that. So let's grab, do we need to extrude these guys in the bottom as well? Yeah, we're gonna just extrude the bottom ones too. Try to keep a nice form. So let's grab these, press E to extrude, and just drag them out a little bit. So now we have a cool little step going up and a doorway here. So that's looking nice. We can make this. We could probably, since these faces here are already kind of unique and cool looking, we could probably make that into the sign that says shop, or even some sort of a window. So let's extrude these faces, press I to inset them like so, and then we're gonna extrude them back a little bit. So now we can either make this a sign, or it could be some sort of a window. I think a window would probably be a little bit cooler. So let's do Shift D, scale this down, press E to extrude, B to bevel, and I'm trying to make this like a cool shape, really. Like nothing overly that means anything, but just something that's gonna make the shop look a little bit cooler. I'm gonna grab these sidelines as well and bevel those like this, and maybe we can make this into a rock. So this is kind of like a plaque, and it has a rock on it. I think that would be pretty sick. So something like that will definitely work for us. Let's go ahead and start texturing this. So let me see. We'll start grabbing some faces here. So these guys right here, I'm thinking a pretty good purple color should work. Probably like that kind of purple right there should look pretty dang good. Now we need to grab these outer faces here, and this will be like kind of the border. So we're gonna make this a gray color, I think. This rock does seem to have a bit of glitching, so I may have to fix that as well. Make sure we grab every side of this just to make sure we're getting a very crystal clear, clean look. Nice. Yeah, I'll probably just take a rock out of Studio, in fact, so it can match with the game. So I'll probably end up deleting this guy. But let's grab these, A, S, and 0 to make those into just a single point. And I want to go a pretty dark gray on that as well. This rock right here, let's go ahead and press L and just delete that, because we're going to go ahead and use one that's in Studio. It'll help quite a bit. Let's press L on these. Now we're going to go into here, L, L, and L. Now we're going to press A, S, 0. Oh, that... We gotta control Z it, guys. We can't press A, because then it's gonna select the things that we didn't want to select, like the things we already colored, the gray and the purple here. So S0. Now this will be this. Let's go ahead. It is a shop. Most shops have that sort of blue look to them, so we're probably gonna keep it blue. We could go red, but I think that'll kind of throw people off. So I think this blue looks pretty good to me. Now let's go ahead and grab this door frame down here. and make that the same kind of gray color we have up for this frame right here. Pretty good. I will be doing the steps a little differently. There'll be like a tint shader of gray, or a tint shader, I can't speak, guys. It's like 1 a.m. My bad. Let's go ahead and grab this, and we will move those guys over to this gray right here. I believe that's the one that we used last time. And now let's grab all of the bottom just like this, and that can be one shade lighter. So this gray right here would look pretty good to me. This guy right here, let's just make that a little bit darker of a blue. Give it some contrast. We can actually go ahead and just assign our palette right now. Image texture right on over to here. What one is this? I think it's this guy. No, it's one of these. Is it this one? Z, material preview. All right, yeah, so this... Oh, no. I think I've accidentally made an Among Us. Oh, no. Oh, this was genuinely accidental. Yikes. But all right, it's all good. Hop on into this. Let's grab all of this, nice. We're going to project this from view AS0. G, we're going to just go like a nice brown, something along those lines. Definitely add that texture onto it as well. And now these guys up here, we're going to go with a nice red. I think that would be pretty awesome. Something like that looks good to me. All right, so here's our shop so far. Now, you guys might be thinking, bro, this isn't exactly looking like a shop just yet. And I could agree with you guys wholeheartedly, actually. So I'm going to tab out of this. We're going to grab the sides over here. Maybe like this. It's going to be very, very weird. I think that might be cool. So let's extrude this over. And then we're going to need to flatten it out as well. So just drag it down to about where these are. Rotate it a little bit. There we go. It's not going to be absolutely perfect, but it'll be still pretty cool. All right, so that helps a little bit. We're definitely going to need to make some sort of a window on there. But it definitely did help it make a little bit more like a shop. I'm thinking a big like billboard sign almost like across the top of this. So let's do Shift A, mesh and cube. Bring it on over here. Scale it down a bit. X-axis and Z-axis. So it's kind of like a sign, and let's bring it back to back here. Ooh, this might actually look a little cooler than I thought it would. Now, I want to keep this floating, I think, because it would have a pretty cool aesthetic. So something right here looks good to me. Tab on in. Let's inset this just so we can add the little... I wonder why inset's kind of weird. So we'll just go like this, and then I will do S and Z axis so I can kind of even those out a little bit. And now we will extrude inwards. So you have a cool little sign going on up here. This definitely doesn't need to be this thick though. Something like that should work. Just going to tab all of this. AS0, G. We're going to go back to this real dark. And then right here, we can go ahead and make that a little bit lighter of a shade. All right, guys, so far so good. Like, this is definitely looking like a shop. I'll be using something within Studio to actually like write shop on it, and maybe making that hover. So I think that would be pretty cool. Like, all this would be one piece, this would be separate, and maybe it can like bounce a little bit or something like that. I think that'd be awesome. Let's go ahead and make a window. So we'll grab, we could use a cube. We'll use a cube just for ease. Just for the ease, guys. Here we go. I got way too excited at the beginning of the video, and I hurt my shoulder, guys. Ridiculous. I was almost making another door. We don't need another door. We need a cool little window. So I'm actually going to grab this, and I want to go ahead and go into line select mode and see if we can just kind of even this out a little bit without affecting too much. So it did straighten it out there, and I kind of like how it's curved in the back. That's pretty cool. Ooh, we could also even add a little roof to the side here. I'm sorry, I just keep getting ideas as I build this. So E to extrude. Let's press L to select all of that. Scale it up just a little bit. And then I definitely want to take this and make it like the red from the top as well. So look at that. Definitely looking pretty sick to me, guys. So up next, let's go ahead and work on this window. Windows are the most simple thing once you learn how to do them. I'm just going to do a loop cut here, a loop cut here. Click on the 4 faces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and press I to inset. Just like this, and then I will press E to extrude them in, L to select everything, and drag that back just a hair. And if we wanted to make it look a little weird, you could always go into line select mode and kind of drag out some lines. So I think I am going to do that, but I still want it to be a little proportional. So SX, drag those guys out a little bit, and then we'll do the same to the top and bottom. SZ. And now we have a cool little window. Let's go ahead and press L to grab everything. AS0 over here. G, we're going to make that window right there. Same shade of gray as everything else. Boom. These guys can be a yellow sort of color. I like orange for windows, honestly, so I think that's going to be what we're using here. All right, guys, there we go. Now, of course, this guy does not need to be this thick, so let's do S and Y and kind of scale this down a little bit, and then we'll drag it out. Just doesn't need that much happening there. Make this a little bigger, maybe. Kind of fill up the whole side over here. Ooh, pretty sick. Shift D. Let's kind of scale this around and put one over here. All right, guys, so I think this is going to be our shop. It looks pretty sick. It's definitely like a little kind of a shop building. We're going to take it into studio and add in everything else that we need. Make it look a little more homey, a little bit more like a shop. And definitely let me know what you guys think about it. It's definitely unique, to say the least. So I'll see you guys in studio. All right, guys, so we've got the shop within the game now. A massive slingshot. I did have to scale it up just a little bit because I just felt like it needed to be bigger. Like, overall, more of an essential thing here. So we're going to bring this back. I think I'm going to rotate it just a hair so it's something along the lines of right here. Going to grab this guy right here. Move it more towards the center door. Nice. And let's go ahead and grab, like, this rock, for example. Nice. Scale it down. And we're going to make a little rock plaque right in this this little thing right here. Got one in the middle. Control D. Going to shrink this one down a bit. Give it a little rotate turn. Something like that. Probably 2 rotates. Control D. Control L. Okay, that did not help our at all. Something like that. And then we'll do Control R, TT, just to give it kind of a little bit of a different perspective there. Looks the same as the first one. Let's rotate that one more time. There we go. So this is our little rock platform thing we got going on in here. Now, our big shop sign. Definitely need to work on that. So plugins, 3D text, activate cursor. Boom. This is one of my favorite. Type out shop. There we go. Pick our font real quick. I'm going to use Luckiest Guy if I see it. Right there. Nice. And I'm going to just finalize it. Now I'm going to go ahead and scale it up so it fits our whole little billboard here. There we go. I can go ahead and shrink these. I'm not going to do it right now, but I could do that. For now, I guess I'll just expand the actual sign itself. Kind of cover the mistake. Make it a little deep in there. And now for color, let's go ahead and pick like one of these blues. Something like that should work pretty good for what I'm thinking. Maybe a little darker to kind of match what we got going on. But there we go, guys. I think that actually looks pretty sick. If I were to do anything differently, it would be export the windows separately to make them neon. But other than that, I think the shop actually looks pretty dang cool. Let me anchor those and look. The spawn zone's definitely coming along, guys. If you did enjoy this video and you want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.